What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Steelers Rewind. Nick Faribaugh here, live from the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex on the South Side. Today, a lot less eventful than yesterday, where we were getting updates and Broderick Jones was talking and Zach Frazier's talking and everything like that. But a few interesting updates today. Let's start with the big one I think that most people probably have heard about. Russell Wilson spoke today to us for the first time since he talked against the Bills and, got to review the film. He doesn't seem like he's panicking. The offense doesn't seem like they're panicking. He still believes in Broderick Jones. He believes in what he has seen against the Steelers defense at practice. A few interesting notes there. He expects the explosive plays and the efficiency to come because they've had those during practice. More than that, he's not panicking at all because he has seen preseason football before. So he's seen the highs and the lows of everything kind of happen. So a veteran being a leader, a veteran that has seen ups and downs. And I largely agree with him on that. I don't think just because you see preseason things and struggles doesn't necessarily mean you should be already up in arms. I think there are things to be concerned about. I think, for example, the way we've seen Broderick Jones perform is a concern. I don't think some of the offense as a whole, though, is reason for concern. There can be things that you can iron out there. So Russell Wilson did also say he expects to play, and he expects most of the starters to play against the Detroit Lions. Again, they kind of needed this, even if you don't think the preseason is super indicative of performance, and I don't think it is necessarily. You have to also understand that Russell Wilson hasn't gotten a ton of reps because of the calf injury. The offense still looks sluggish, and so they need to work things out. They have so much new on this offense, from the OC, the quarterbacks, some receivers, the O-line. There's so much new that they need as many reps as they can together to mesh all these ideas together. So I think that's going to be something to watch. I talked to Beanie Bishop today at practice. He had a soft tissue injury that forced him to miss the team's game against the Buffalo Bills. He does expect to play against the Detroit Lions. Has a chip on his shoulder, looks really excited to play. Thomas Graham, though, talked to him today too. He appears really excited. Told me last year he had a pretty bad high ankle sprain, needed tightrope surgery, couldn't get cleared until week 14, and then he had a few tryouts and had a futures tryout here and got signed. This is a guy that's really come on, showing his ball skills, showing his ability to come downhill, make tackles in the run game and on these blitzes as well. Kind of talked about his origins of where his mentality, his fearless mentality came from. It was coming from Oregon, where they faced a lot of spread offenses and stacks on the outside where they would force corners to tackle on the perimeter. And so he has really, really kind of amped this up. He's also hoping that Amon-Ra St. Brown plays. They faced off when he was at Oregon, and Amon-Ra St. Brown was at USC. So there's a lot that he hopes to show. But that slot cornerback competition continuing to kind of heat up. We'll see what can happen here against Detroit, but I think that is going to be one of the more important positions to really watch and key in on when we're talking about that. Another guy I talked to today that I kind of want to shout out and highlight because I don't think people are talking about him enough is Mason McCormick. Really smart player, very athletic for his size. You look at him, he wears this neck roll, and he's a bigger, bulkier dude, and you don't necessarily think he'll move in space like that. He does. His film is really good. He told me he thinks he's very comfortable. The game has slowed down a lot for him. He's getting more center reps, though, with Nate Herbig on the sideline. So there have been more there. He's been snapping. He feels very comfortable if he has to play center. So does Ryan McCollum, though. I talked to him today, too. He's the second-team center right now. Ryan McCollum has been on the practice squad with the Steelers for a pretty long time. Last 2 years, he's been around. He plays center and guard, so he knows the system. He knows this culture. And so he has been around the team a long time, and he's getting a lot of these center reps. So a little bit of interesting stuff to watch there with the backup center position. Obviously, Zach Frazier is going to be the starter. And so today, also, one last note, Corey Trice did confirm with me he took first-team reps. So more looks for Corey Trice. They are trying to get him as many looks as possible. This guy has solidified the top backup role at this point. Anytime anything happens in that corner room, he is the guy that steps up, and he has played well. So he has earned that position. That's all for me today here from the South Side. We'll be back tomorrow, one more practice. And then, of course, we are off to Detroit on Saturday, no practice on Friday. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell for more.